Greetings and salutations, my great friends. Welcome to the next video in the happiness series. And we are going to start this one once again with a quote from one of the greatest thought leaders I have ever read and was blessed to even know. And that is Matthew Kelly, author of such books as The Rhythm of Life and The Dream Manager. The quote we're going to reference today is, "A journey towards something is a journey away from something else." A journey towards something is a journey away from something else. And how this fits into today's video reference is as such. We're going to go back in time to when little Johnny here was in 6th grade. I was in 6th grade, and I was into building model rockets. I was into building model rockets, but not for the reason you think. I had got this one particular model rocket done, and I was excited to get through my day at school. I was excited to get through my day at school because when I got home, I was going to take my Alpha 2 from my bedroom and I was going to walk it down to Hunt Club Park and I was going to do a test launch. I was going to do a test launch. This is one of my mom's favorite stories too, by the way. I know she's watching, so hi, Mom. It was bad though. In Florida, we get a lot of rain, and at school, all day, it was raining, and I thought, I hope this rainstorm goes away like so many of them. But it didn't. It was one that was just sitting there over our neighborhood and grinding. And this upset me because I needed to launch my model rocket off that day. And as I was going home on the cheese wagon, bus 244, I knew the rain wasn't going to stop. So went home and I pivoted to plan B. And I got the boat tarp out of the garage at our house and I set it up in my bedroom, like 5 or 6 feet tall. And it's a real thick boat tarp. And I set my model rocket up underneath it. You're going to say after I share this story, you're going to say, man, he certainly wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. But I digress. I was in 6th grade and I was desperate. And I launched my model rocket off under the boat tarp. It hit the boat tarp. It came down just as I planned. I had lined the floor with, non-flammable materials. And I thought it would kind of just go up, hit, sizzle out. But it didn't. It kept kind of like spinning around. And I was like, oh my God. And I took my steel Star Wars garbage can and I put it over the top of it till it finally went out, and then I lifted the garbage can off and my room just massively filled with this really sulfur smelling smoke, and my bedroom was right next to the fire alarm, and the fire alarm starts wah, 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 wah. And I felt sick because I knew there was about to be a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock at the door. And there was an attempt to open it. It was my mother, basically saying, "What in the world are you doing?" And she's such a great mom. She really said it like that, except a little bit firmer. Never heard the lady curse. And I tried to ignore it, and she knocked on the door again. She tried to unlock the door again. And basically, I had to open it. And she said, "What in tarnations are you doing?" And I said, I had a model rocket launch kind of go bad. "What in the world were you doing launching a model rocket off in your bedroom?" But then she went to work with me. And she helped me get it cleaned up. And she helped me get it cleaned up and get the fire alarm going off before dear old Dad got home, because she knew he would probably respond a little bit differently than her. Kind of the good cop, bad cop type deal. And we got it all cleaned up. My dad never found out until much later, although it's probably not good to keep secrets, but I guess we didn't really keep it. And she says, "What in the world were you thinking launching off a model rocket. And, you know, I gave her an untrue answer. But many years later, I gave her the true answer. When I was going to school every day, there was a bully named John who was tormenting me every day. There was a bully named Kenny who was tormenting me every day. There was somebody who was tormenting me in the garage, if you know what I mean, that I never even spoke of for 35 years because it was so deeply repressed in the whole memory. But the reality is, I was launching off the model rocket because I wanted to become an astronaut. But I didn't want to become an astronaut because the normal reasons people want to become astronauts. I wanted to do it so I could fly off this world we live in and get out of here. Because I was sick and tired of the things happening to me that were happening to me that I didn't really feel like I could speak of. But the real lesson here that I'm trying to share is a lot of people thought I was stupid. A lot of people thought I was an idiot, whatever. But the reality is I was doing it because I wanted to fly away so I could be happy again. And the point of this story is people do what they do because on some level they believe it's going to create happiness in their lives. And we can cast judgment on them all we want, but that's never going to help them be happy or us be happy. And as I gave that beautiful quote from Mr. Kelly, a journey towards something is a journey away from something else. The actual lesson in this video, outside of your understanding of that, is in our lives. We are born to become all we are created to be. But then tragedy happens. People abuse us. The culture lies to us. And so many of us, we're on a journey towards nourishing the false self. And happiness does not ever reside there. The only happiness with the false self is false happiness. But when we decide to journey towards the authentic self and live out the mission for our lives and become all we are created to be and be that cat that's moving forward confidently in the direction of our dreams, surrounded by people who are doing the same, your life will be filled with amazing happiness. Henry David Thoreau once said, "I regret that I was never as wise as the day I was born." I have been reflecting on that quote for over a decade. And what it means to me is when we are born, we are so close to God and our purpose. And then the world piles thing on after thing on after thing on after thing on. So as you begin today to make that journey towards your authentic self, begin to ask yourself, what do I need to subtract from my life? Who do I need to subtract from my life so that I can complete that journey towards my authentic self, where the happiness really lives? We're going to close out today with a quote from Wayne Dyer: "Correct your mind and all else will fall into place." And never forget, you were created to be a human being, not a busy human doing things that will mean just about nothing and mean even less 100 years from now. Make the journey towards your authentic self and stop going to your false self. You'll never find your happiness in a bottle, brand, or box. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching, and here are 3 examples of false self. Spending too much time in front of the TV, too much time on social media, and too much time running other people down. And 3 examples of true self is loving your friends, loving your family, and leaving the world off a better place. Only one of those is where true happiness lies within. Please hit like, subscribe, and share.